OpenAI signs a huge cloud deal with Amazon. Google gives AI mode real-world booking powers. Europe considers easing parts of the AI Act. Apple reportedly eyes Google's model for Siri. Microsoft secures more Nvidia chips through a supplier. And OpenAI publishes a teen safety blueprint. OpenAI and Amazon first. OpenAI signed a 7-year, $38 billion cloud services deal with AWS. It gives OpenAI immediate access to hundreds of thousands of Nvidia GPUs on Amazon's data centers, with capacity ramping through 2026 and into 2027. The goal is to train and serve larger models more reliably by spreading workloads across more than one cloud. If you build on OpenAI, this should improve availability over time, but near-term queues will still exist. Google Search gets more agentic. Google added new AI mode features that can help you book event tickets and beauty appointments directly from search conversations, not just show links. This is part of Google's shift from answers to actions inside the search experience. If you try it, watch which sites the agent selects and ask it to surface sources and dates so you can verify before you buy. Policy Watch in Europe. The European Commission is weighing a simplification package that could delay or soften parts of the AI Act. Draft proposals include a 1-year grace period before some penalties kick in, and lighter reporting for narrow uses of high-risk systems. A decision is expected later in November. For builders in the EU, plan for the Act to stand, but expect phased enforcement and new guidance on labeling AI-generated content. Apple and Google reported tie-up. Multiple reports say Apple is close to a deal to pay Google around $1 billion per year to use Gemini to boost Siri until Apple's own models are ready. If finalized, this would be a rare admission that on-device models and private AI still benefit from cloud scale. Treat it as a developing story until Apple confirms. Compute supply keeps moving. Microsoft signed a $9.7 billion 5-year contract with data center operator IREN to secure Nvidia's latest chips that will sit in new liquid-cooled facilities in Texas. Microsoft has warned of AI capacity constraints into mid-2026. Deals like this are one way to add supply without waiting for new company-owned campuses. If you deploy on Azure, book capacity early and keep a backup region in your rollout plan. Chip geopolitics are still a factor. The White House said Nvidia's most advanced Blackwell parts will not be approved for sale to China. And Nvidia's CEO said there are no active talks to sell Blackwell there. Expect continued regional differences in which accelerators clouds can offer. If your deployment depends on a specific chip, validate availability per region before you launch. Safety update. OpenAI published a teen safety blueprint that spells out age-appropriate design, product safeguards, and evaluation plans for teen use of AI. Policymakers in schools will likely cite this as they set standards. Parents can look for clearer controls and more transparent defaults in teen accounts. One more quick data point. Google reiterated that ads will remain central to search as AI expands and said it is testing placements inside AI experiences. This matters for creators and businesses that rely on search. Expect new ad formats inside AI mode and keep watching how click-through rates shift. Takeaways for your week. Multi-cloud is no longer theory. OpenAI's AWS deal and Microsoft's supplier contract both point to a scramble for capacity. If you run AI at scale, test on more than one cloud and more than one chip family. Search is becoming an action surface. Use prompts that ask for sources and dates, and double-check agent bookings before checkout. EU rules will tighten, but with phased enforcement. Budget time to add labeling and documentation without pausing launches. If you build for Apple platforms, follow the Siri and Gemini story. It could change how you design voice features this year. That is your week in AI and tech. If this saved you time, subscribe for next Sunday's roundup and share this with one friend who follows the space. See you next week.